Thanks, Goose. All right, guys, it's time for the cheesiest game ever with MouseCraft.
MouseCraft is the first game from small Polish indie developer Crunching Koalas. A strange name for a developer, isn't it? Crunching Koalas.
Maybe it's about doing crunches. Maybe they crunch a lot.
Where do the koalas come into it, though?
That's it, Bajo. Feel the burn.
You play as the feline scientist Schrödinger, who uses mice to collect valuable blue shards to help fund his experiments.
The scientist is a sly reference to the famous Schrödinger's cat paradox, which demonstrated the problem of the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics applied to everyday objects. The thought experiment starts with a cat, a flask of poison, and a radioactive source.
Okay, Darren, maybe you'll tell us about the quantum physics stuff later.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah. MouseCraft is primarily a puzzle game, so it makes sense for the developers to focus in on that tricky gameplay.
Affirmative, Bajo. Your objective here is to guide 3 mice across the levels to the glorious cheese that awaits you. The mice will simply keep walking back and forth until they make it to the cheese, or until they perish.
That's right, Darren. The mice can jump up 1 block, but if they fall more than 3 blocks, it's game over for the poor little guys.
Trying to guide your mice to safety reminded me a lot of that 90s puzzle game Lemmings.
Oh, an accurate observation, Bajo.
Thank you, Darren.
The developers themselves describe the gameplay as a hybrid of Lemmings and Tetris, which is definitely evident as it uses the classic geometric tetrominos we know from Tetris.
I was worried that it was all starting to get a little bit repetitive, but thankfully they added some new items to the mix. Things like the bomb helped out for clearing passages, and the jelly blocks can save mice falling from heights.
Yeah, I like those too. I did feel bad for my mice though. They kept dying. If they weren't falling, they were drowning. And I did drop some blocks on them. Accidentally, of course.
Oh dear, Bajo. Well, there are also evil robot rats called ratoids. They behave just like your regular rodents, except for their annoying habit of attacking your mice. Those fiends!
Yes, they made things very difficult because I kept having to anticipate their movements and work around them.
I found the timing of when to drop blocks into place was a little bit unforgiving, especially when dropping them around your mice. And when each mouse dies, its little ghost floats away.
I don't think I quite got the difficulty level right either. Some of those levels really racked my brain. I'd often have to stop and think for a few minutes to piece together the solution in my mind before carrying out the actions.
It's a good thing there's an undo button available. This will let you redo your moves in the middle of a level, or you can reset the entire level and start again.
Yes, that undo button got me out of some hairy situations, Darren.
Me too. We should wrap this up though. Bajo, what are you giving it?
Well, I think there are some great ideas here, but it's just not deep enough, so I'm giving it 6.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
Well, I think there are some rough edges, but I enjoyed guiding my mice past these various challenges to their cheesy rewards, so I'm giving it 7.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
All this talk of cheese makes me want a cheese toasted sandwich. Darren, could you please whip some up? I think 7 would be about the right number.
Negative. No time for sandwiches, Bajo. The spawnlings are ready to code with Goose and Julian.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Roll the tape, Carrie.